So guys, let's talk about the current job situation in Qatar. For the World Cup, Qatar was perfect. A few years after the World Cup, my name is Maleek and welcome back again to our YouTube channel. If your first time watching us, kindly make sure to subscribe, leave a like, share, comment. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about our submission? Over here, we just tell our mind or we just talk our mind. If you feel like what we're saying doesn't make sense, you can also have your opinion over there. That is why the comment sections are available. Let me know your opinion and what do you think about all what I'm about to say or what I've said so far. So now, before the World Cup, Qatar was one of the top countries. It's still one of the toppest countries in terms of, it has been able to harbor a lot of people. It has able to change the lives of people like myself. I came to Qatar to work, and I'm still here and I'm still working, and I have a very stable job. So there is no way I'm going to sleep. I mean, tomorrow is not certain, right? You can just wake up the next morning and you'll be told to pack your things and go back home. I mean, it has happened to a lot of my friends, people that I know, but they're not in the same company with me, obviously. They've been asked to go home. They just bring a tall list, like 200, like a list of 200 people, right? And then they will just be mentioning them. Okay, Samuel, Mohammed, Ismail. If you hear your name, you think maybe there's a bonus or there's some money somewhere that is going to be shared to you, but no, you're being laid off. They'll ask you to go back to your home country. They're not firing you or they're not dismissing you. They'll just give you an unpaid leave or an unpaid vacation. Just go home, stay for like 6-7 months, and then when they need you, they'll bring you back. Now, this becomes very difficult for you because now that they've not cancelled your visa, even if within that period of staying home, if you're able to find another company, it becomes almost impossible for you to come back to Qatar because your current visa is not being cancelled. Your current visa is still valid. So you now coming back to Qatar becomes, sort of a shaky decision. You can't really tell whether you'll be able to come or not because your other visa is still pending, right? So now, talking of jobs in Qatar here, there were a whole lot of jobs. Most jobs have been collapsed by their owners. Other companies has also been collapsed by the government because most people took the advantage of the World Cup and they started opening their own small companies which were not licensed or which were not opened or which were not established through the right channel. So most of them were collapsed, and most of these companies that were established through the wrong channels, they were using these platforms to scam people. So the government just stood up, was like, yo, these companies need to be closed down. So most of them were totally shut down. Some of the owners were being put into jail. Others also ran off. So that is all about that. But now, talking of the job situation or the current job situation in Qatar here, this is something that always when I think about it, I'm like, sometimes I've made some decisions that I am really proud of those decisions, because if I wasn't working here, I was going to work in a particular company that most of my colleagues that I left over there are no more working there. Yeah, most of my colleagues that I left in that company, they are not there. That doesn't mean I made a smart decision. What is this bird doing? I was just lucky enough to make this decision. So now there are limited jobs over here, and still people are deciding to come to Qatar with a higher visa. Whenever I talk about higher visa, my stomach turns. Like look, people are even here with a working visa, the so-called freelance visa. People are here with a freelance visa and they are still struggling. I know people who have been here for over 2 years, close to 3 years with a freelance visa, and they are still struggling to find a stable job. Everything they find over here is just like a contract basis, or even if you find a stable job, it's not going to be what you want. Imagine you come to Qatar, maybe you are an IT personnel back home, or you have a career job. Then you get here, you try to look for something stable, and the only thing stable you find is a waiter job, which I'm not saying is a bad job. People are making good living out of this job that I've mentioned. Some of them have security jobs, some of them are drivers, delivery. All these people are making their lives comfortable here because at the end of the day, they are not going to someone to beg for money. They are not going to anyone to steal their property or their possession to eat. They are working and their sweat is paying them off. You know what I mean? But some of these jobs, you just think about it and it's like, it's not a life-changing job because this is something that is going to keep on paying you this. And how much of this are you going to gather to get this? It's going to take this. You know what I mean? So sometimes it becomes very difficult. But now jobs in Qatar, I wouldn't advise anyone to look for a job in Qatar here. Maybe I've been posting a lot of jobs on my community page. Most of the jobs now are in Saudi Arabia, Oman, Dubai. No, not Dubai. Dubai also is a bit clumsy nowadays. It's a bit shaky. So if you still prefer to come to GCC, like the Gulf countries, I would suggest you try Saudi, Oman, Kuwait, Bahrain. Yes, Bahrain. These are the top 4 countries that are actually recruiting now. Like the demands over there are super high. So if you really want to look into that side, kindly go to that side. But if you come to Qatar, mark my words, it's going to take a long time. It's not even about luck, or it's not even about whom you know. Back then, you would say, oh, when I get here, my brother lives here, my brother is going to help me secure a job. Your brother is even praying for their job. Your brother is praying for their job. So that is how tricky it has become now. So unless maybe you want to do illegal job, which is totally not allowed over here, you'll be fished out, you'll be sent back home, you'll be prosecuted, you spend half of your time that you could be working and be making some good money in the jail. So I wouldn't advise you to do that. So that is all about that. There are no jobs in Qatar. It saddens me because this country looked promising before the World Cup. You know, it looked like, yeah, this is a place. But this is just one side of things, because most of the people that come to Qatar here, there's a margin, there's a line that people who come to Qatar, they are usually looking for unskilled jobs. So that is what I mean. There are skilled jobs that are still recruiting, or there are still skilled jobs that are on high demands, right, for recruitment. But then these unskilled jobs like waiter, security, housekeeping, I mean, anything that has to do with hospitality. But now they're even building a lot of hotels, which I don't know why till now there are still no jobs for such positions, because most people in this country are now finding means and ways to go around their sponsors to, you know, find a new job, which is becoming also like a bit soft now. Because back then, if you get into one company, before you can change to another company, it takes God. It's very difficult back then, but now it has become a bit soft and much easier. So most people or most expats living here are now turning things around. They're changing their jobs. So that is just that. But if you're someone that you have a career job, or you are a career-wise person, I would suggest you look for a job online. I know online, maybe you would say, online, this website are scam. At least if you try 20 of them, you would find one out of that 20. Even if 19 of these jobs are not, you know, getting back to you, at least one of them will get back to you. I'm in same position. I've applied for a lot of jobs back then. Few of them got back to me with bad offers. So that is just that. But also, don't be desperate to travel. There's nothing much up here. It's just stable job, stable income. That is all that is here. There is most of us wish we would be getting what we are getting here, but back home. Because honestly, there is nothing here, really. I'm being honest, like for real. So yeah, that is all about that. If you disagree with what I'm saying, you can just leave a comment in the comment section. You can just leave your thoughts. But let's be respectful with our comments, and, you know, stay safe. And I love you all. Bye bye. My throat is dry.